Okay, how do I even start this video? What is up, everyone? Welcome back to my channel. I hope you guys are doing well today. Oh my god, I actually don't even know what to say. What is happening? Today, I am here to announce my 4th collaboration with Revolution. I think it was 2018 or 2019 when I had my first collaboration with Revolution, and I couldn't believe it back then, honestly. So for me to be sitting here 4th time around, working on my 4th collab with them is just crazy to me. Today, I am here to introduce you guys to my 4th collection with them, and this one is perfect for summer. Do I just show you guys the products now? I feel like I should because I cannot contain the excitement. Okay, this is it. This is the whole collection. As you guys know, I love a good theme. We've had some really good themes in the past, and this time around, I really wanted a strong theme of everything that I just love. The list of those things is pretty simple. I love anything pink, anything cute, anything that relates with like Japan, because Japan is my favorite country in the world. And you guys may not know this about me, but I love a cherry blossom tree. I just think they're the most beautiful thing in the world. And so you guys have guessed it, we have a cherry blossom collection. In this collection, we have 4 different products. Everything is very affordable. It's all under £10. I'm gonna go through everything one by one and really explain to you guys the backstory and everything behind it. I feel like the hero product of this collection is the eyeshadow palette. As you guys can see, we have a super funky illustration on the front of it. Does this girl look familiar to you guys? I mean, who is she? Who is she? This collection means the world to me because I actually got to illustrate this myself. What you're looking at here is a digital illustration of me, which is basically like my avatar self. In the last couple of years, mainly from doing Twitch, I really learned to love gaming so much. So I kind of wanted to show a little bit of a flavor of that with this collection. I wanted it to kind of be like my avatar self. If I had my own avatar that was like a digital version, what would that look like? And so I just got creative and I kind of came up with this little illustration of myself. It's kind of like my alter ego. If I was an avatar in a game, I feel like this is what I would look like. She's got pink hair, she's got super over-exaggerated features, but it still looks like me. I literally poured everything into this illustration and I'm so proud of how it turned out, and I just cannot believe that you guys can buy like a piece of my artwork through buying this. So in my first 2 collections with Revolution, we actually made the box different from what was inside. However, in my latest collection, which was the Cozy Vibes collection last year, we actually made the front cover of the box the same as the packaging inside. I feel like loads of you guys really appreciated that because obviously not everyone will keep the box. So that is exactly what we did this time around as well. Here she is in all her glory. Look how freaking beautiful this palette is. This collection in particular really does feel so much more personal to me because I feel like I've learned so much throughout the years of working with Revolution on all of these collections. I really learned what I like in packaging as well as the product inside. So the actual palette is made of cardboard. It's magnetized, as you guys can see. It's obviously got the illustration that I illustrated with a few like cherry blossoms sprinkled on the front cover, which then actually wrap on around the back. As always, we have the Revolution x Roxi logo on the top, as well as this little Roxi on the spine. Here's a little 360 so you guys can really see what the palette looks like. I guess let's just crack her open so you guys can see all these beautiful shades. So as you guys can see, we have this whole array of super gorgeous pink and pastel colors. In this palette, we actually have 5 different matte shades as well as 4 of the foiled shimmer shades. These are exactly the same formulas as all my previous palettes, so if you guys really like those, you'll definitely love this. As always, in the matte shades, we have the letter R from my logo embossed into the shades, which I feel like is such a nice touch. As you open up the palette, it does have a little heart-shaped mirror, and then the little cherry blossoms that I illustrated are pretty much sprinkled all over the base of the palette. It also says Roxi on the inside of the spine as well. So what was super important to me in this palette was the fact that I wanted some really bright and colorful pinks. Obviously inspired by the sakura or the cherry blossom season in Japan, I I just have so many beautiful pink shades in here. As well as the pinks, we also have some more like toned down everyday kind of shades, such as the shade Vanilla, Glow, Dazzle, and Dusty Rose. So although you can create super beautiful and bright looks like the one I'm wearing today, you can also tone it down and just create something a little bit more natural for every day. So here are my swatches from the palette. As you guys can see, everything is really cohesive. I just love the color story of this palette. If you love pink and you love experimenting with color, you will definitely love this, but you can obviously tone down all these shades. So all these shades are super buttery. They apply and blend really well, just like all my previous palettes. So the eyeshadow palette will retail for £8, which I feel like is super affordable. It's actually more affordable than any other eyeshadow palette I've done with Revolution up to date. Obviously, we could achieve that price down to the fact that this is a 9-pan palette, and also the packaging is a lot smaller and it's made out of cardboard, so it's a lot easier and cheaper to produce. Also, before we go any further, the whole collection is vegan and cruelty-free, in case you guys wanted to know. Now, the next item from the collection we have is the Roxi X Revolution Cherry Blossom Liquid Blush Duo. I'm obsessed with the packaging. We've gone for like a gradient of like a cherry blossom petal on the front. We then have all the cherry blossoms that I've illustrated myself on the sides. It then says blush on the top, and then it's got the two shades right at the top here so you guys can see what you're getting. So to date, I've only ever done powder products with Revolution. I felt like it's about time to change it around and create some liquid products too. So in the blush duo, we have two different shades. We've got the first one, which I'm wearing right now, which is called Sakura. This is the perfect pink blush shade, and the formula of these is so nice. They feel and look so fresh on the skin. They blend really easily and they have a gorgeous finish. So that's the one I'm wearing now. And then the other shade is this gorgeous orange shade, which is called Orange Blossom. I am always on the lookout for like the perfect orangey tangerine kind of color for blush, and I could never find it until I made my own. The actual packaging of the product is so cute as well. Even once you discard the box, you're still getting that cherry blossom theme that I've actually illustrated myself on the packaging. Now, the Cherry Blossom Blush Duo will retail for £8 as well, and I feel like that's so good because you get two different blushes and inside you get 15 ml. Moving on to the next product from the collection, we actually have a highlighter duo. This is the Cherry Blossom Highlighter Duo. We have two different shades inside. These are once again liquid, and I feel like you guys loved it when I did highlighters so much in my original first palette. So of course I had to bring you guys a liquid version as well. Once again, the packaging of this is so beautiful. We have the same kind of cherry blossom side, and then the cutout is also in the shape of a cherry blossom. So here are the two different shades inside. We have Moonlight and Sunlight. So Moonlight is slightly more cool toned. It's a little bit more on the icy champagne kind of side, whereas Sunlight, as you guys might have guessed from the name, is a little bit more like golden. It's got that golden goddess kind of glow to it. So these can be used on your face as well as your body. I personally love to apply them to kind of like my shoulders and my collarbones. They're also like the perfect travel size to take on holiday with you, just saying. So just like the blush duo, this will retail for £8 and you get the same amount of products as the blush duo, which is 15 ml. And now, last but not least, we have a lip kit. I present to you guys the Cherry Blossom Lip Kit, and I just love the packaging of this. So not only do we have the cherry blossom petals that scattered around, but we also have that same avatar kind of illustration of myself on the corner. So as you guys can see in the lip kit, we have two products. We have a lip liner as well as a lip gloss. I am wearing both right now so you guys can see what they look like. The lip gloss is so beautiful. It's very juicy, very pigmented, really moisturizing, and it has a subtle smell of vanilla as well. And in terms of pricing, the lip kit will retail for only £6. And that is the full rundown of my Roxi X Revolution Cherry Blossom collection. I cannot believe I can finally show you guys these products. This is something I've been working on behind the scenes for literally like over a year. It just took so long to finally get these perfect and release them to you guys. Now the whole collection will be available on revolutionbeauty.com worldwide. I'm pretty sure they have some other retailers on board as well, so I will have all the information in the description as to where exactly you can get it. But yeah, if you get it from revolutionbeauty.com, you'll be able to get it wherever you are in the world because they do ship worldwide. I am so nervous to finally release these products. I really hope you guys enjoy them, and if you do, let me know in the comments because I will be reading every single one. I just want to say a massive thank you to Revolution and you guys from the bottom of my heart for making my dreams come true, allowing me to be creative and just carrying on doing all the things that I love doing. This collection means so much to me and I really hope you guys love it as much as I do. But yeah, I guess now that I've showed you guys all of the makeup products from this collection, it's now time to get to playing with the products. So let's get into it. Oh my gosh, guys, I am so excited to show you how these products perform on my face. I've already got my foundation and concealer on, so we're just gonna jump into the blushes. So what are we feeling like? Should we go for like a pinky or orangey kind of look? I think I'm gonna go for the pink this time. So for today's look, I'm gonna be taking the shade Sakura, and I'm just gonna put a little bit of this on the back of my hand. I'm then using this super fluffy kind of brush, and I'm actually gonna swirl this into that blusher on my hand. And I'm then literally just going to pat that onto my cheek in kind of like a stippling motion. As you guys can see, this blush is very pigmented, so a little bit definitely goes a long way, but it just has the most beautiful formula that just blends and melts into the skin. This shade in particular is such a beautiful kind of like flush to your skin. It looks very natural on. And recently what I've really been liking doing is actually blending my blush all the way up to my temple. I feel like it just looks so nice and cohesive. I also like to add a little bit to the tip and bridge of my nose just to kind of give it that slightly like sunburn sort of look. And that is the blush complete. It was so easy to blend out. I just love the way this looks. I actually also really love blending both of the shades together and creating the perfect peachy pink kind of flush of color. I'm just gonna show you guys now what that would look like, but honestly it makes the perfect blush shade. Look at that. So now that my blusher is blended out, it is time to move on to the highlighting duo. I've honestly got to say, I cannot get over the packaging of this one. I just love the cherry blossom cutout on the front and the spine as well. So as you guys already know, we have two different shades of the highlighter duos. We have Sunlight, which is a little bit more golden and warm toned, and then we also have Moonlight, which is a little bit on the cooler side. It's kind of like a champagne-y, icy sort of color. They look absolutely beautiful on their own, but personally I really like to mix them together because then you get a little bit of a mixture of the cool toned and the warm toned. This is the difference between the two, as you guys can see. I'm just gonna blend those together on the back of my hand. Oh my goodness, look at that. And then I'm literally just going to kind of like pat it where I want it to go. So I'm just applying it to the tops of my cheekbones. Look at that glow. This product does dry down, so as you're applying it, you do kind of want to blend it out at the same time. I'm then just going to do the same on the other side. I also like to add a tiny bit of this onto the tip of my nose as well as the bridge, just for a subtle glow. Because these come in a squeezy tube, they're so easy for traveling around, so I do actually like to take these on holiday with me and just apply it over my body too, and just use it as a little bit of a body glow. And that is my glow complete. This is what it looks like. I just love the color of this. This is literally the perfect shade of highlight, and I feel like it worked for so many different skin tones. Obviously, because of the formula being liquid, it just melts into the skin. It looks so natural, but it does dry down, meaning that it won't slip and budge throughout the day, and it will last all day long. So I guess it's now time to move on to the eyes. So we're gonna be using my Cherry Blossom palette, which I'm so excited to finally show you guys in action. Before we do though, can we just give one more moment for the front cover? I am literally so proud of it. I've got to say, there's something about a palette of this size that just feels so nice to hold in your hand. It's just like the perfect size. This palette is definitely going to be your perfect travel companion for summer this year. So first things first, I'm just prepping my eyes with an eye base. I would highly recommend doing this whenever you're doing any kind of colorful look. So now that my eyes are nice and prepped, we can move straight into using the palette. So first things first, I'm going to be taking the shade Vanilla, which is like the perfect setting kind of base shade. I really wanted a shadow like this that could be used as like a neutral shade for any cut crease looks or just as an all over base color. So what I'm going to do is literally just set my whole base with this shade first. Setting your base with a neutral shade like this is super important just to make sure that it doesn't crease underneath. Now moving on, the next shade we are going to be taking is this shade right here, which is called Dusty Rose. This is like the perfect shade to use as a transition color. I'm going to pick up a little bit of that shade onto my brush and start dusting that through my crease. Also, this shade is such a gorgeous color to just wear for every day. I really wanted a mixture of super bright and fun colors as well as some more wearable ones for every day so that the palette could be quite versatile. Moving on to the next shade, we're going to be reaching for the shade called Blossom. As you guys can see, it's a very cool toned kind of bubblegum sort of pink color, and it looks a little bit more purple in the pan. However, On the eye, it is the most gorgeous bubblegum pink. I feel like you don't really see these sorts of cool toned pinks in eyeshadow palettes or any kind of makeup products very often. However, recently, especially with TikTok, these blue toned kind of pinks have been so trendy. So I'm just applying that in the outer corner and smoking it out. Do you know what? Actually, I'm gonna take that shade and apply it all over the lid. I actually really love the way that this kind of pastel pink looks as a light wash all over the lid. So now to deepen up my outer corner just a tad, I'm gonna be taking the middle shade, which is called Sakura. I'm using a really precise pencil sort of brush because I really want that shade to be quite precise in the outer corner. I'm just applying this in sort of like the outer third of my eye and then blending it into the middle. I'm also gonna take a little bit of that shade and just apply it right here in my inner corners to almost create like a little bit of a spotlight effect. I really want to show off as many shades as I can from this palette, so I am going to take the shade Raspberry, which is kind of like this darker purple shade. This is perfect for deepening up your looks as well, so I'm just going to literally tap that right in the outer corner to really intensify this look. You can really build up this shade and make it really dark and pigmented, but I'm going with a slightly lighter hand because I don't want to darken this look too much. I'm also going to run the middle shade Sakura right on the outer corner of my under eye. Okay, and now for the fun part, we're going to be taking one of the shimmer shades from the palette. I'm going to be taking the shade Pink Sparkle, which is this gorgeous foiled formula kind of shade. This is the exact same formula as all the previous foiled shadows from my other collections with Revolution. Now, you can apply these with a brush. However, I feel like they work the best when you apply them with your fingers. So that's exactly what I'm going to do. I'm just literally going to tap it right in the center of my lid like this. As you guys can see, these are so sparkly and so pretty. They're so blendable as well. And now to really highlight this look and make it pop, I'm going to be taking the shade Glow, which is this gorgeous white shimmer shade. I'm taking this on a super precise pencil brush, and I'm actually going to be overlaying it right in the very center of that pink shimmer shade just to make it pop even more and make it super glowy. It was super important for me to have like a super bright reflective kind of shade in this palette so that you could use it as your inner corner highlight. But of course you could use this shade for anything. You could use it like this as a spotlight effect, you could put it on your brow bone, or you could even use it on the tops of your cheekbones as a highlighter. And I'm also just going to highlight my inner corners as well because you guys know I love doing that. Look how freaking gorgeous that shade is in your inner corner. It just opens up the eyes so much. Although I wish I could use all those shimmer shades in this look to really showcase them, I sadly cannot because I feel like that would just be overload. So all I'm gonna do is I'm gonna swatch the other two shades so you guys can see them. Look at these shades. Look how freaking creamy and buttery that swatch is. So that is my eye makeup all finished. I love the way this turned out. I'm now just going to apply some mascara, eyeliner, and some lashes off camera, and I'll be right back. Okay, so now that my eyes are finished, it is now time to move on to the lips. So for this, I'm of course going to be using my Roxi X Revolution Cherry Blossom Lip Kit. I just love the packaging of this one so much. It's so cute, and the fact that my illustration is right in the corner makes it so much better. So first things first, I'm going to be taking the lip liner and overlining my lips. I really wanted a lip liner that was a few shades darker than the actual lip gloss, just so that it would make it easier to overline your lips, which is something I do all the time. And lastly, to top it all off, we can move on to the lip gloss. This is like the most beautiful bubblegum pink kind of lip gloss. Everything was obviously inspired by the different shades of the cherry blossom trees, and I just love the way this lip gloss turned out. The formula of it is that it's super creamy, very moisturizing, but it doesn't feel too sticky on your lips. Also, I should note that the lip gloss does have a very subtle vanilla scent. It's not too overpowering. You can only really smell it when you're applying it, and once it's on your lips, you cannot smell it. So yeah, this is the finished look with all of my products from the new Roxi X Revolution Cherry Blossom collection. I just feel like this is such a trendy summer kind of look. It is perfect. All the different shades of pink really pulled together and everything looks super cohesive. Let me know what you guys think of this makeup look and all the products from this new collection. If you guys have any questions at all, let me know in the comments below. Like I said, this whole collection means literally the world to me. I poured my heart, sweat, and soul into it. So if you guys could thumbs up this video, subscribe, comment, or check out the collection on the website, it would literally mean the world to me. Thank you guys so much for being here and supporting me and watching this video. I really appreciate every single one of you. I cannot wait to see you guys creating some awesome looks with this whole collection, so be sure to tag me on Instagram. But anyways, I feel like my voice is going. That is enough rambling from me, so I really hope you guys enjoyed this video as always, and hopefully I'll see you guys in my next one. Bye! Mwah.